Jennings and Jared Perkins, a Prospects Live podcast for everything MLB Draft related. Join us as we discuss the biggest stories from college and high school baseball, bring you interviews from your favorite draft prospects and college coaches, and break down live looks at Prospects Live analysis across the nation. Get ready, because you're on a clock with Tyler Jennings and Jared Perkins.
Alrighty, welcome to another episode of On the Clock, the Prospects Live amateur baseball podcast brought to you by Job Bats. I'm Jared Perkins. We got Monty Taylor filling in for Tyler today, who's out at UNC, and then we have an awesome guest with us today, Cannarella out of Clemson University. Cam, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How about y'all?
Good. We're really excited to have you on. The first question we kind of always ask guys is just kind of take us through your journey in amateur baseball. How did you get where you are today for the viewers who don't know you?
Okay, so I'm from Hartfield, South Carolina. I started playing baseball when I was around 5 or 6. And I would say I started getting really good around my 10th grade year of high school when COVID was around. I started getting a little bit of calls, and I just kept on working and stuff and putting in the work with one of my best friends, Nick Foster. He plays at College of Charleston, so just kept on putting in the work. And Monty Lee, the old coach at Clemson, gave me a call and was like, "Do you want to come visit?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to come visit." And from there, I just love Clemson because all my friends go there, and it's just a great campus to be at, and I'm just happy to be here.
I love it. One of the other questions I wanted to ask you, you're kind of known throughout college baseball for having some of the best tools in the game. Do you have a favorite tool of yours? What do you like making the web gem catch? Do you like hitting the home run? What are kind of some of your favorite aspects of your game?
Yeah, I would definitely say the hitting tool is my favorite because I just like to do that the most. But yeah, I mean, after I got put in the outfield, I mean, I like to do that too. I mean, catching the ball like I did against Florida was probably one of my favorite catches, and definitely the home run I hit against Florida too was probably one of my favorites too.
Yeah, that was going to be the next question I brought up to you. The performance that you put on in the playoffs last year, absolutely incredible. You did a ton at the plate, on the field, especially that catch against Florida. Take us into that a little bit. I mean, that's one of the best catches I've probably seen in college baseball. Monty, too. Take us into that for us.
Yeah, I mean, our team was really good last year. I mean, we had a lot of chemistry on and off the field. I mean, we had a lot of leaders on the field, and all the young guys that played in the games. I mean, they acted like they were seniors out there. I mean,
yeah,
you can't beat it. But yeah, I mean, we had a great run. We played in a regional, won the regional, made it to a super against Florida, and I mean, they're always a great team. And we played our hearts out. But yeah, I mean, going to the catch, I mean, that was one of the lifetime catches. I mean, I don't think you're ever going to see it again for a couple more years or whatever. But yeah, that was probably the best catch I ever made. And the home run, I mean, that was electric too. I mean, tying the game in the ninth inning to go to extras. I mean, that was crazy too.
I love it.
Yeah, one of the cool things about that catch is seeing all of like people who are not necessarily watching a lot of the college game posting about it because they were like, "Did you see that catch?" I was like, "Yes, I watch college baseball." But what's it like playing for Bakich? I know you talked about Monty Lee recruiting you. Obviously, he ended up going a different direction, but you've got Eric Bakich there. What's it like playing for him? Because sometimes even during press conferences, I want to run through a wall for that guy.
Yeah. I mean, when I first got here, it was he was new, so we didn't really know what was going to happen or whatever. But yeah, I just stuck it out and stayed at Clemson. And I mean, he's like a little kid just like us. I mean, he likes to have fun and do dumb stuff like we like to do. But I mean, he's a great guy. I mean, he has your back on and off the field. I mean, if you got any life questions, I mean, you can go up and ask him. I mean, he's always here for you. And I would say our coaching, I mean, it's the best you're going to get. I mean, they're always going to have your back, like I said.
Yeah. I love that. The next question I was going to kind of go into, you had to go through kind of some of the injury recovery process last year, and now going into this year. What's that recovery process been like for you this offseason, and kind of how have you kind of both mentally and physically gotten yourself through it?
Yeah, I got surgery in July. So, I mean, it was tough at first because I never really had a big surgery like this before. And I mean, I just had to come back from it, and I'm doing pretty good so far. I got one more month until I can start swinging again, and I start throwing in December, so I'm just excited about that. But yeah, the process was a lot for me. I mean, like I said, I never really had surgery, but I just had to work with it and work with my trainer a lot, and just keep pushing myself. And I just started in the weight room a couple weeks ago, so trying to get a little bit stronger from last year to this year.
One of the unfortunate side effects of that injury is that you did not get to go to Team USA this year, despite getting an invite. I know you got to play there as a freshman, a rising sophomore. I mean, I imagine it was still really disappointing not to be able to do that, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's always an honor to get a USA invite, but I mean, I like to have a little free time too. I mean, we've been playing since for a while now, but yeah, I mean, if you get an invite to play USA, and you need to go, but I just wanted a little free time before I had surgery, just get things off my mind, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about that process too. I think the one thing I always hear from guys during the injury recovery process is that they always had like the friends, family who kind of helped them get through. Were there any kind of mentors or people that you kind of look to help you get through that process?
I mean, I would definitely say my friends. I mean, they keep me going every day. I mean, they always make me go do stuff with them or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I live with Cole, Ethan, and Cole's brother Trevor. So I mean, we always do stuff every day, play the game or go eat or go to the pool or the lakes. I mean, they're always keeping me active and just keeping things off my mind. So.
Yeah, I love that. The other question I want to ask you too, what are some of your expectations for the 2025 season, both for the Tigers, but for you personally as well?
Yeah, for the Tigers, I would say going to Omaha for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's our main goal. But I feel like our team needs to get a little bit closer before I can say all that. But our main goal is going to Omaha. But the team last year, I mean, we had all the chemistry we needed, the pitching and the hitting. I mean, we were always just so close. But I think that's what we need to get a little bit better with, is being a little bit closer. But my goal is probably going to Omaha, winning maybe Golden Spikes, and having going top 5, top 10 in the draft this year.
I love it.
As you transition into like a main leadership role, I know you've kind of been in a leadership role since you basically been leading off. But what did you learn from the likes of some really great leaders such as Caden Grice, Riley Bertram, and last year Jimmy Overtop?
Yeah, I mean, my freshman year, I kind of knew who Caden and Cooper Ingle were. I mean, they saw me doing pretty good, so they just kept pushing me to be a better person and a better player on and off the field. So they would ask me to go hit with them or whatever, go eat or whatever, just learn what they done on the field. And yeah, they were a great leader to me. And like you said, Riley Bertram, like his IQ for the game was crazy. I mean, he knew a lot what he was talking about. I mean, he probably knew more than EB did right there. But yeah, I mean, he was a great guy too. And then last year's team, we had Andrew Chufo, Jimmy Overtop, Alden Mathis, Jacob Hinderleiter. I mean, they were the fifth years that wanted to win every game. They got mad if we lost, and they would bring our team up and talk about it. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we losing? Like, we should never be losing. But yeah, they were great leaders and great people off the field too.
I love it. So the last question I'm going to go into before we just do some more rapid fire fun ones, I like to focus on the human side of the game a little bit. So what are some of your passions away from baseball? How do you get your mind off of the good and the bad performances and kind of step away from the game?
Yeah, so like if I'm up here, I would probably say hanging out with friends, going to the lake. I used to go fishing a little bit, but there's not a really good ponds around here, but going to play basketball, and just riding around, I guess. I don't know. But if I'm at home, definitely my hometown's kind of small, so there's not a lot to do. But go to the lake, go eat, hang out with friends again, and just hang out at the house, I guess. I don't know.
I love it. We're just going to do some quick rapid fire ones, some just more fun questions, I guess. So the first one we have is, what's the go-to food spot for you at Clemson?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna just go Chick-fil-A.
Good one. Love it. I have to imagine I know the answer to this question, but the favorite home run that you've hit so far in your college career?
Yeah, I'm gonna go definitely the Florida game.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So if you had one pitcher in the MLB you'd love to face, who would that be?
If he still pitched, Shohei, but I would say Spencer Strider.
Love it. Favorite sport outside of baseball?
Basketball for sure.
Do you have a favorite NBA team?
I really don't watch NBA, but if I had to pick, I would probably say I like LeBron a lot, so the Lakers.
I love it. Last one I'll ask is, what's the potential walk-up song for 2025?
I'm probably gonna keep it the same.
Yeah. What'd you have last year?
Let Me Clear My Throat.
I love it. Awesome, Cam. Well, we can't thank you enough for taking the time to join us on the Clock. We'll be watching you this year and I'm wishing you nothing but the best, man.
Thank y'all so much.